Today on Eagle Nation News, Haley Brown shows us how Mayor Smith goes the extra mile to ensure the health of our community.
Bo Cormican highlights a unique program here at Prosper High School.
And finally, Goel Yonga will be in studio talking about the Harlem Renaissance and Black History Month.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Thursday, February 21st. I'm McKinley Bounds.
And I'm Grant Johnson.
Well, welcome to the desk, Grant. That's
Thank
a big
you.
step.
I'm so glad to be here.
We're going to get right into our top stories. Now, both have a common theme of interception. In national news, $12 million worth of meth was intercepted at customs. The truck was said to be shipping frozen strawberries, but after imaging and searching by dogs, the drugs were spotted and the man driving the truck was arrested.
Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott will be hosting a football camp in June for the youth at Northwest High School. On June 22nd and 23rd, he will be teaching football techniques and skills. Now we send it over to Cody Randall with breaking news at the Star.
I'm Cody Randall here at the future headquarters of Dr. Pepper at the Star.
The building will cost over $200 million and will set to be open in 2021.
While nothing is set in stone, Frisco has approved this new office building and we should be seeing it soon. I'm Cody Randall, reporting for Eagle Nation News. Prosper.
Living a healthy lifestyle is a conscious decision made, but the amount of people choosing this life is limited.
Haley Brown highlights an incentive offered by Prosper Mayor and hopes to challenge a rise in fitness.
Walking 100 miles might seem a bit far-fetched. However, our very own Prosper Mayor has put residents up to the challenge, along with a chance to win a new Fitbit.
With February being the month that most New Year's resolutions break, going the extra mile or the extra 100 might be the chance for Prosper residents to follow through with their fitness goals.
The 100-mile challenge is a physical challenge for residents. The last 3 years, we entered in the state competition of the It's Time Texas Community Challenge, and the school was very involved with that. I do like physical activity and encourage residents to participate in physical activity. It saved my life. I've had a stroke and heart attacks and surgeries, and being in good shape saved my life.
As Mayor Ray Smith reflects on his own experiences with staying healthy, he encourages residents to take the same opportunity.
I think it'll make them healthier, I hope. There's a lot of folks that they look in the mirror and they don't like what they see. Hopefully this will encourage them to get out and participate.
In addition to staying in shape, signing up also puts Prosper residents in the running to win a new Fitbit.
Just go to the town website. There's a link. It'll take you right to the challenge, and then you also have a link where you can get and print a schedule of tracking your eat daily, walk, run, whatever you're doing, bicycling.
Now, the 100-mile challenge might have a bit of incentive, but its ultimate purpose is to encourage Prosper residents to stay active and implement a healthy lifestyle. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Haley Brown. Prosper.
ASL is a language many are taught here at the high school, but what impact led to Ms. Wanshoff teaching this profession? Stay tuned.
Ammonia, nicotine, rat poison, and black tar heroin are just some of the 4,000 toxic ingredients found in cigarettes. Today, almost 2,500 children will try their first cigarettes, exposing their developing adolescent brain, causing underlying effects such as sagging skin, skin cancer, hair loss, colored teeth, and many more. A single cigarette can ruin a kid's future and primes them for a higher likelihood of addiction to other drugs like cocaine. Just say no.
American Sign Language, or more commonly known as ASL, is a class here at Prosper High School.
Ms. Wanshoff is an ASL teacher not only out of interest, but out of personal experience.
Bo Cormican highlights the story that led her to learning ASL. Take a look.
Many students see a foreign language as just another class to fill out their transcript, but Ms. Wanshoff, an ASL teacher here at Prosper High School, sees it as a chance to connect with her hearing-impaired son.
So when he was born, we didn't know he was deaf. He was a very complicated infant, very sick, and so a lot of our focus was just keeping him alive for the first year. We knew that he was deaf, but weren't sure which direction that would take us, what path it would take. So after he was about a year, we started getting connected with services, and we initially started learning something called Signed Exact English. Some people came to our house and taught us, and then we moved, and I was introduced to ASL, American Sign Language, and that was clearly the path that I wanted to take. So I started taking, college classes and any community classes, any class I could take. I just was trying to just get as much as I could so that he'd always have language.
When she was younger, Miss Wanchoff knew she wanted to be a teacher, but while learning ASL for her son, she realized that was the subject she wanted to teach.
Because of him and just growing up and learning it, that's just sort of the path that having him in my life had taken me on.
We've had a change of teachers a lot, and so, but Miss Wanchoff first was here my sophomore year when I took ASL 1. She was the long-term sub since Miss Pickup she went on maternity leave. And so Miss Wanchoff was here, and so we talked to her and we were like, why are you the long-term sub? And she said, oh, my son is deaf. And we were like, oh, that's kind of interesting. We want to know, because it's kind of important to know why they know ASL. It's not really something that hearing people know. And it was really interesting to learn about her son and her family and how they're here at Prosper. Now she's continued to be here. She's still working on the program. She's expanding it a lot, which is really helpful to us who are really interested in it. And I have to thank her for helping me kind of get on that journey. So none of this would have happened if she never would have had the experience of having a deaf son. So she's impacted us a lot just through her son, which is really cool.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Bo Cormican, Prosper.
The term Harlem Renaissance may ring a bell from history class. Coming up, Go El Yongo ties together how without this cultural movement, modern music today may not be the same.
A mandatory Talenets meeting will take place on Monday, February 25th at the PHS cafeteria.
All dual credit permission forms are due on Friday, March 1st. Information for cheerleader and mascot tryouts is now available. Paperwork can be received in the front office and online.
Now we send it over to Goel Yongo with your Black History Month Eagle Update.
Thank you, McKinley. With music being a huge phenomenon in today's generation, many might not know the origins of music in the Black community was Dixieland music, otherwise known as jazz. From smooth jazz to contemporary jazz, the new genre started taking shape back in the 1920s, but jazz was born in 1895 with Buddy Bolden. In the 20s, the African Americans were performing in the clubs or anywhere they could. A popular place they played was the Cotton Club in Harlem, New York. This gave African Americans a voice. You could see that same voice and passion in some artists you might know, such as Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, and Childish Gambino. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for further updates, and also go check out our website, eaglenation.net, to watch earlier episodes. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Goel. Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Grant Johnson.
I'm Goel Yongo.
And I'm McKinley Bounds. Live long and prosper.